Yo, I wasted over $25,000 plus buying different type of camera bodies. I've had the Nikon D810, the Nikon D800, the Nikon D850, the Nikon Z6. Then I went and switched to Sony and got the Sony a7R III, Sony a7R IV, Sony a7 III. Whew. But today I'm going to break down to you what camera I wish was made back then, so I wouldn't have to buy none of those camera bodies, because I wasted a lot of money buying different camera bodies. So here's what I did wrong, right? In the beginning, right, I had the Nikon D3200. That was my first camera. I bought that around $700, and I resold that. Guess how much I resold that for? It was like $300. And then I went and started buying the Nikon D810, the Nikon D850. Like, those cameras at the time were around $2,000. But guess what? I was reselling them for like $1,200 because I was just kept upgrading camera bodies. But in the long run, I was losing so much money, because after I spent like over $25,000, like, imagine spending $25,000 and then you have to resell it and getting almost about $15,000 or $12,000 back. I lost a whole lot of money in the process. So I wish I knew what I knew now. So like, you're a beginner photographer right now and you're looking to buy that camera, right? You need to buy this Sony a7 IV. Like, this camera is a beast. Like, for video and photo, like, this camera is gonna beast for weddings, portraits, if you wanna shoot events. This is the camera, you feel what I'm saying? And right now, this camera is around $1,600 used. So if you would find this camera on Autorama or B&H at good condition, like, you could really get that camera at around $1,600. And like, yo, that would be the game changer for you, because this camera right here, if you get the lighting correct in camera, like, you have a little bit of editing to do. Like, once you done master your ISO, shutter speed, and aperture, like, you can really get that in camera. And you can see that on the LCD screen as you're adjusting your settings. Because when I started photography around 10, 11 years ago, like, yo, it was none of that. We had to figure it out, take practice shots, and just look at the photo and adjust. Like, you really can adjust your camera settings inside the camera. You feel what I'm saying? You can watch it in the process before you actually take the photo and video. So this is the best thing that ever happened to photography. Like, you shouldn't start back there with the old cameras. You should be using these new cameras that you do less work, because you have a bigger job to focus on. You have to focus on getting clients. And the camera is not the only thing you need, right? So you need some lens. So I would say, like me, I like to shoot prime lens, like 1.4. I use Sigma 1.4. 35 and 50 1.4, and I also had the 85 1.4, but you don't really need the 85 1.4. Like, I like the 85 1.4 because of the bokeh background, and it's nice for those tight shots, but you don't really need it. But 30 and the 50 millimeter, like, you need those. But if you don't like prime, or you don't want to worry about prime, you can just go ahead and get the zoom lens, the 24, the 70 2.8. That lens is going to get you some nice photos, and you don't have to worry about taking that lens off too much, because with prime lens you get a different type of look with 35 versus the 50. So that's why I always switch those two out, because I want a different type of look, whether it be a landscape look or a more tighter look with the 50. So here's what I wish somebody told me 11 years ago. Invest in the camera gear that you have, then invest your knowledge into learning exactly how to use that camera gear, that camera body, those lenses, and the lighting, so you can master that. Don't start buying so much camera gear, because that's how you're going to be just like me, wasted spending $25K, or you might even spend $40K, because photographers don't talk about the addiction of buying camera gear. Like, you don't want to get into that whole buying so much camera gear. You want to focus on the main thing after you master your gear. And the main thing after that is getting clients. So yeah, if you need help getting clients, I have a step-by-step guide in the description below. Make sure that you download that PDF so that you can learn how to get clients on Instagram in 30 days. So yeah, that's all I got for this video. In the meantime, check out this video. Your boy out. Cheers.